What's up guys, Jeramiah Solven, former Army Ranger and entrepreneur. And today I do leadership mindset coaching. I help people build the best them, the best life, and the best business. Today I've got a former client of mine, a friend of mine, and I'm gonna take you guys through a day in the life of what it's like to be a serial entrepreneur. Let's get it.
My name's Lucio Perrina. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a multiple 8-figure business owner. I'm going to take you through a day in my life to show you how I can optimize myself and give my team the best version of me.
Hell yeah, perfect. Let's get it. Why do you do this trail and when do you do it?
So I like to do it at the end of the day most of the time to kind of decompress the day a little bit.
Yeah.
And my day is set up and I look at it like it's two halves almost. So I have like my office time in the morning, and then the second half of the day I'm kind of just checking in on the restaurants. Like my second half is like post 4 p.m. I'm taking it right here. So if I get a chance like in the late afternoon, like between 4 and 6 p.m. I'll take like at least 45 minutes in here, do like a 15-20 minute meditation, get showered up for the night, and then head out.
So it's like a reset trail for you too.
Yeah, it's kind of just, it's like halftime, you know, like you're just kind of recalibrating, getting myself in the right state of mind to interact with my team within the restaurants and even customers and stuff. I just want to be in like the best mood I'm in. I don't want like the daytime stuff to kind of roll into the night.
Yeah. Let me live the experience. Tell me what you do.
All right, so I'll just be jogging or walking depending on the day, you know, if I'm lifting or not. Post up right here, sit down, exactly like this. Head on the tree, just 15 minutes meditation, just guided if I have my phone. If I don't have my phone, it's not guided. I just have like an internal clock at this point what the 15-minute mark is. And that's it, just focused on breathing, just breathing in the fresh air. And I have this weird thing too where like even a lot of times like in the deep summer, there's like a ton of flies and bugs and shit everywhere. And I'll really try and not be flinched by, like I just let them go. And I'm just all in on, I gotta get through the 15 minutes and not be bothered by the flies. Like that's kind of the metaphor in my head. Like I can't let the little stupid shit bother me. I just gotta take it and just be okay with the pinches and the bites and the itching and just get through the 15 minutes. Then when you open your eyes, I feel just, it's hard to explain, but the more you do it, the better and better you feel every time. Like there's sometimes where you're just too distracted that day. It also gives you a really good idea of how you feel that day. You know what I mean? Like when you stop to meditate and you feel like your mind is everywhere and you start to really, once you get quiet, you start to hear and like feel the true thoughts that you have for that day. Once you are able to control it, it gives you a good barometer of the way you feel, you know what I mean? And you try and change it through the meditation. If I notice in the beginning, I'm everywhere, I'll try and really focus on just controlling my mind, controlling my thoughts, and get myself into a better place before I move on. And it works. It works every single time.
What are the benefits?
For me, it's mental clarity, you know? It's like I have a hard time being present, you know, like I'm always in my own head. I'm an overthinker. Yeah. So it helps me just have thoughts but not acknowledge them, you know, like I could just let a thought come and go or let a feeling come and go and I'm able to just move on, you know?
You're like practicing your willpower against distraction.
Exactly, and the distractions too. Like the biggest challenge I've had to like overcome is getting the phone calls or this person quit or that something stupid happens almost literally 3 or 4 times a day. And it's being able to just, that pissed me off, but I'm not gonna take it on other people. I'm not gonna let anyone else feel it. I'm not gonna carry that with me all day. It's just, I'm gonna take it and move on.
What prompted you to start doing it, to start meditating? And actually out here, I really like the little nuance of if there's bugs out here, flies or whatever, and they bother me, I try to like sit here because nobody's telling you to do that. Yeah. You just decided to come up with that on your own.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I like solutions, like I know that I'm an overthinker. It's just, and I've read that it's a good solution for it. I don't think anybody like specifically turned me on to it. It took me a while though to like get into doing it consistently. But again, like once you feel, it's like lifting weights. Once you start to see results, you're like, holy shit, this works. And that's exactly what happened there. Like, I think honestly, it's probably the most beneficial thing that I do for myself on a consistent basis.
You're regaining control of your own thoughts.
Yeah.
And not allowing other things to control them,
Exactly.
And it's like, especially if you're the overthinker type, when intrusive thought comes in and you obsess about it, you don't see anything else other than that problem that you're focused on.
Exactly. It's like, you just focus on that problem, you just attract more problems throughout the day. It's like, you gotta just be able to take it, handle it, be detached from it, and not let it control your state. That's the biggest thing for me. What else do you think about in the shower,
You just visualize the future or what?
I just think about like what I want, like I picture like bigger facility, more efficiencies, like cleanliness. I think about boarding a jet, pulling up to the jet. Probably the most common visualization I have is entering a private jet with my brothers and like all of our families in there for the first time. And every time I get there, I'm crying. I can feel myself start to cry, like the gratitude, like we made it. So that's like the thing that I have on my target right now.
What are the feelings?
You know, every time it's just gratitude. That's what I feel every time. Like, it's just, I could cry. I could cry right now just like talking about it a little bit, you know? It's like a milestone. Like, I'm not even a materialistic person at all. Like, you know me, like I could drive a shitty car. It's more about like, we made enough money to have to write off a private jet. That's really what it comes down to. That's enough. Like, that's, if we stopped right there, that's enough, you know?
Yeah, because it's the thing that encompasses everything else you're able to do too.
Yeah.
Like we got here, and that means that our family's there, all taken care of.
Yeah.
It means our kids are taken care of. Right. It means fucking every aspect.
Everyone's thriving within the companies. Like, everybody's winning, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy how many people don't visualize it.
I think people just don't believe in the power of it.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like the #1 thing.
Yeah. Believe in the power of visualization, right? Like, the clearer the picture you have in your head is, the more real it becomes, right? Like, if you really have a specific picture, like when people ask me about visualizing, it's like, I'm not just visualizing a pile of cash. Like, that doesn't have any power to it, you know? Like, whatever you're visualizing, attaching a feeling to it. Like in my example, you know, entering a private jet, it's like I already know how I'm gonna feel when that happens. And once you could see it that clearly and you believe it's possible and you start to expect it, your expectation is to make that happen, it all kind of comes together. So once you could see it, you get more intentional about it, you have some feelings behind it, and now you're on your way. It's about being consistent and focusing more on the picture every day. But be intentional about taking time out of your day to actually do it. I would say that's the most important thing. It takes minutes. So if you could carve out 5 minutes in your day, whether it's in your car, whether it's in your bed, just take that 5 minutes and just picture what you want. What's your next step? Like, what's the ultimate goal for you? And start to really paint the picture of the details. How are you gonna feel? Who's gonna be with you that day? What color are the walls in the room? Like, the more and more detail you can get, the more real it's gonna become.
So the feeling is a big piece of it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, honestly, like, I'll adjust what I'm visualizing. If I'm not getting a feeling from it, it's not the right thing. Because if there's no feeling attached to it, there's no energy pulling you towards it. Like, the feeling, I think, is the most important part. Like, if you could really associate a feeling with that moment, I think it creates a more powerful gravitational pull towards it. You know what I mean?
I like that. Dude, right? What's the trigger that causes you to get almost get emotional when you visualize that scene that you told me about?
I think it's just that everything we did paid off.
So you just see the family, you see everything.
Yeah, it's like you see my family in there, everybody's happy, you know, it's like the work that we did was not a waste of time. Like, I didn't have time away from my family it wasn't for no reason, you know? It's like all the work that was put in, it came to fruition.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's how powerful your visualization needs to be. See that? He just talked you through steps to visualize, and he got emotional revisiting his thoughts, his vision. So if your vision isn't causing that kind of emotion, you got to improve it. Because how could you stop a man that can feel that way about his vision? You can't. I think this powerful shit, dude. What's up? We just wrapped up a trail walk with Lucio out there. He took us through some meditation technique. He took us through some self-care rituals, and I got a lot out of it. What we're about to do next is we're gonna head over to the gym, get a good pump in, get a team workout in, and share some more knowledge with y'all. Let's get it.
All right, we're gonna go in and grab about a 45-minute workout before we grab some dinner. Got my trainer, Mike, here, Coach Jeramiah.
Hell yeah, let's go. Oh, this is cool.
That's all this is about, and you really got to get these guys to sit up. It'll take a couple miles, but it'll work. Take about 10 miles. My first marathon was on a treadmill. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, what we're about to do is called the Solve and Know workout. This is actually mindset training for people that want to build more mental toughness and learn how to control their inner self-talk. You guys will get a vibe for it, get a feel for it as we do it, but the whole idea, we're gonna do intervals on the Stairmaster, but the workout doesn't start until you break yourself off. A lot of people quit way before they're ready, okay, way before they need to. But I believe it was Muhammad Ali that said it. He said he never really counted his reps. He would just get to the point of exhaustion, and that's where the workout would start. And that's what we're about to do right here.
2. 3. 4. 5. Fuck you.
So right now, what Lucio's going through, his body is like completely shot. He's got lactic acid from his ankles to his hips. He's got Bambi legs, he can't move his feet. I mean, he just sprinted on this elliptical to where he was falling off of it. And he repeated that over and over again. What he's going through right now is he's mentally trying to figure out whether he should let his body rest and recover or get back on the Stairmaster before he's ready and push the pace. Now, it's extremely hard to do when you've never had that level of pain in a long time. So you're battling, it's a mental battle more than it is a physical. This one's coming quick. Whoa. Yep, one. Three. 4. 5. 6.
1. 2. 4. Fuck you. Oh. Fuck. 5.
The thing with this workout is that the more you rest, the longer it takes to get to the end result. So like the whole point is not only do you do the intervals, but you get back up on the treadmill before you're ready. So the more you sit out, the more you actually recover, the longer it actually takes. So it's better to go back to back to back. Even if you can't mentally get yourself to do it, fucking make yourself do it. It's not a matter of rounds, it's a matter of finding where you would normally stop and then finding your actual potential. So you're discovering.
1.
7.
2. 3. 4. I think I'm out, dude.
He's gonna get one more in, watch. Put it in your mind. Imagine your house is on fire. You're downstairs, you hear your kids sleeping upstairs. You wanna see what you're actually made of? Like, listen, put this vision in your mind. Your kids are upstairs, nobody's home. You come home, the house is on fire. You walk in the door, fucking see the smoke, clear path going up the stairs, and you hear them fucking screaming. They're yelling, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!" And they fucking want you to come rescue them, and if you don't make it up the stairs, they fucking die. Watch them yell it, and you're saying, "I'm hurt." "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!" What the fuck happens then? Let's see it. Fucking superhuman strength starts showing up. Let's go. "Daddy!" Both of them. Twins, man. Fucking twins. Barely making it. You're not even gonna see their fucking graduation. Get up the stairs. 1.
2.
2. There it is. There it is. Save them. Make it to 5. 3.
3.
Make it to 5. Save them. 4. Save them.
4.
Save them. Save them. Save them. Save them. 5.
5.
It's like one of my trademark workouts. The whole thing is like, you gotta like show yourself what you're capable of, or else you fucking forget. You know, a lot of guys, he's got kids. A lot of business leaders, they start getting successful and they get complacent. They let up on everything in their life. And we were put together a scenario where he had to save his kid's life if he didn't reach down and grab the strength to save him. And he did. He pulled up the strength. So now he knows who the fuck he is and how much mental strength he actually has. That's what this is all about. Controlling the narrative and reminding these motherfuckers that they're not has-beens. They're bad motherfuckers.
So high.
It felt like an hour, huh? Like 2 hours. Did you not feel it the first one?
I was gonna say, I don't think I ever.
Like, I'm
the
still
first
nauseous.
one put
I'm
me
still
away.
nauseous. How close to throwing up were you?
Honestly, it was my first. It was my legs were gone.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can get past the legs. I'll just go until they stop.
Yeah.
But the double cramps, like.
Oh yeah, trying to hold yourself.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, muscles were coming in to provide that
a-
extra safety and security. It was taken over to compensate for the lungs.
It was the first one. Shut it down. The first one.
That's the idea though. And then, so look at that. Look at the comparison, right? You thought you were done on the first one, first no.
Yeah.
You did 5 no's after the first no. And then you did a total of 5 iterations. So that's the comparison.
Yeah.
That's where our mind stops us, right? And it's actually very close to what Goggins talks about. Goggins says 40%, but that was like 20%.
Yeah.
You basically.
I still thinking back, like I probably could have done more, but I was like thinking I'm gonna go down. Like I don't want
Right.
to hurt myself permanently.
Yeah, well in hindsight, you always know there's like little tweaks that you can make,
Yeah.
but what ends up happening and versus where your actual potential at is 2
Yeah.
different things. So you're just raising awareness
Yeah.
around where you actually know you can be and where you perform and all that shit.
Yeah.
Powerful shit.
Yeah, that was tough. I was so close to not getting back on after the first one. I was trying to talk myself, like not talk myself. made it.
What'd you get out of the workout?
One, I'm not in great shape, for cardio-wise. Two, I honestly thought like for sure after that first round, I thought I was done for sure. I think I might have said it out loud too, like I'm done, I'm done. But then it like, in a weird way, got easier as the reps went on. But to the point of like I physically can't, but mentally I could have gone more, you know? But I don't think I've like intentionally got myself that far in a workout, like exhaustion-wise, you know? So
that uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, to the point where like I thought like hospitalization, you know? No, never. Pretty close, but like we've gotten close, but not like that.
Made me nervous a few times, but not like ready to die on that one.
Yeah, but good, feels good, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, what'd you learn? What'd you learn about yourself? Looking at the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like look at the big picture,
just like
and
macro-wise.
and then the individual like
I
events.
think, like,
What'd you learn?
I think I'm more mentally tough I'm mentally tougher than my physical body, I think. Yeah, that's like the big macro takeaway.
Where did you surprise yourself? Obviously after the first iteration, when you got back up.
And probably the last. But I've seen like signs in myself that like when it's the last like 10% of it, I'll like turn back on. You know, like, I'll get like a like a warrior like piss mentality. You know. But what a mental battle. Is that normal? Everyone's doing that in their head. It's not just me.
I mean, the way you just experience that mental warfare is what everybody goes through in their days. Like getting out of bed, showing up to work, like trying to actually give a shit. It's like they're playing that game in their head all day. They just don't know it. Should I eat this healthy meal? Should I not? Like it's all the same mental battle.
Yeah, just an extreme, like compressed version of it.
And I'll tell you, your body obviously needs some work, but if you look at what you were able to do after the first iteration and you realize how much you were like lying to yourself about what you physically could do, you can physically handle a lot more than you think you can. Like there's the lactic acid that's happening in your body, but push come to shove, even with the cramps, you can blow past all that shit and it can last for a really long time. So it's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's an area where you're taught through conditioning that if you go to that place, it means death. It's not death. It's just extremely uncomfortable. And a lot of times when your body's in a lot of pain, it'll take those painful areas and amplify them. It'll make the story so true and so real that you have to stop because you're telling yourself that it does mean death, you know? And now I'm not saying there's not literally physical things that can happen in that minute, but your mind actually has like a governing system on it, and your body has a governing system on it to where it'll protect you from death through exhaustion. Like you can get hurt.
Down first.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's this book, if you want to read a really good book on mindset, it's called Endure. One of the best books I've ever picked up on mindset. And actually I read it, and it's about running specifically, but there's this belief with people that you can run yourself to exhaustion. And what they proved in the book is that you can't. Like your body will literally like pass out before it goes to death, right? It'll literally physically, and it's a safety mechanism. So that book can really help kind of like, I've actually forgot how good of a book that was till today because I read it so long ago. But point is be really careful of ever believing whether or not you can do something, even if it has truth to it. I just have this belief that I'll never assume my limitation. And if it doesn't serve me, if it's a belief that I think my body can't fucking physically keep up, even if there's truth in that, I still refuse to believe it. And that mentality I think is a more of a decision than it is a truth. You know what I mean?
Good.
All right, guys, we just wrapped up an evening dinner over here at Toscana's, one of Lucio's restaurants. Hell of a day. I had a good time. And we chopped it up. We talked about business. We talked about relationships. Talked a lot about relationships at dinner. And one of my biggest takeaways is just like, you know, whether it's in your business or in your personal life, you don't know somebody's true colors till some time goes on. And I think that when it comes to building relationships, honesty is super important, and letting the relationship develop across time is very important. And that's like my biggest takeaway from the evening portion here.
Yeah, absolutely. Not rushing into anything. It's like give everybody a little bit of time to show themselves, get to know each other a little bit, how you handle different situations under stress, not under stress. You know, learn about character before jumping in too deep. We also talked about how to disconnect from a relationship that's not working, right? Everybody handles it differently, but what we normally do is, you know, you just don't, doesn't have to be a blowout when a relationship goes bad. You just don't speak. You know, you kind of avoid each other. You keep it professional. You know, just keep it moving. You don't have to be doing business and interacting with everybody all the time.
Yeah, I love it. And then a lot of you guys are looking to increase your relationships, right? I came out here to train with Lucio. He took his time out to train with me. And a good relationship is invested in by both people. You know, sometimes if you don't know somebody, sometimes you gotta invest money to get in proximity of them and invest that way. Other times it's just showing up, investing your time into the other person. So that was also one of my highlights is like a lot of people want quality relationships, but they're not putting their best foot forward to invest into them. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Just showing up, being there. That's probably the biggest part, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you said, we took a whole day out, you know, and just got to hang out. You know, we'll be closer after this. Every time we hang out, we always are.
Yeah, learned a bunch too. What was your overall take on the day?
I'm still fucked up from that workout. But no, it was cool, man. It was a roller coaster. It got some emotions out of me in the trail. The workout was, I've never ever pushed myself intentionally to a point of exhaustion like that. So that was brand new territory for me. I've never felt that intentionally, you know? So that was cool. I definitely learned a little bit about my mind and body in that situation. I'm gonna break it down more later tonight and really evaluate how I handled it, but there was definitely some takeaways there.
Well, I mean, I think my intent was for you to really like spend some time seeing, learning more about yourself and like what's making you tick and areas of your life that you're really working on too, you know? Cause like we dove in with the podcast, the trail, with everything, we really dove into like your best practices for maintaining you and how you personally go about being better all the time, you know? And we dove into everything from the visualization, the walking, the workouts, and finding ways to challenge ourselves. And you know, what's crazy is like, you know, not a lot of people spend time pushing themselves to grow and improve. Yeah. And every step of today was layered with how can I get better? How can I improve? Whether we were dissecting it or actually doing something. So that was a huge takeaway for me. And I think there's a lot of cool shit that you're doing to maintain your mental strength, your mindset, your success, your family life, your business, your physical fitness. And I think we got most all of that packed into one day for everybody to see and for yourself as well.
Yeah, no, thank you, I appreciate that. And I'm not great at showing that myself on my social media yet, so I appreciate you getting that out of me. I mean, you came all the way up here pretty much to do that, so I appreciate you for that. I'm excited for you guys to check it out. Hope it helps some people.
Oh yeah. Guys, that's it for the day. Appreciate you all. And Lucio, thanks again, man.
Thank you, dude.